Welcome back, guys. I got a special delivery from F&T Fur Trading Post of some goodies. We're going to take a look at them. And let me tell you something. I smelled it in my nose, and I tasted it in my mouth. I taste like the mintiness in my mouth and throat. Like, it's strong. Let's just say it's very strong. Um, now I know why when they this company says, oh, we put masks on, respirators on when they make this stuff. Because it stinks. Let's take a look. Woo! The first one here, first package, is strong. And no, there's no skunk in here. No skunk essence in any of the stuff I bought. Well, in the lures at least. My dog comes running in here as soon as I open the package. She's sniffing everything. So obviously good for canines. Dude, she came running in here. She's right here just sniffing everything. Come on. Come on. She won't come up. But yeah, this is man, that's strong. It's an interesting smell. It's like a minty, skunky, maybe it's the mink glands I smell. Because I've heard mink smells like a minty musk. It's probably smelling here. But it's called Soul Taker by Dunlap. And boy, oh boy, this shit stank. Wow. Yeah, so got one of these. Another package in here. As you can see, I'm not even out of my work clothes. I've been busy watching, catch up on people's YouTube videos. But, woo! That dog is sniffing everything. She's right here. She is right there. She came running in here as soon as I started unwrapping that. She's like, her nose is in the wrapping. Good cannon lure, I can tell you that much. She's not leaving, man. This is Soul Taker number 2. I got a deal here. I got two of them for $21 roughly. But I have to call the company because it did say $21. I added it to my cart and it ended up being $26. So I may just let it go, but it's not that big a deal. I'm not worried about it. It goes to F&T and Dunlap's a good dude, so I'm not too worried about that at all. Who cares about the $5 that I saved, right? But there's another one. And this particular thing was suggested by Jeff himself when I made a phone call to him early this year or last year, and called him up and said, "Hey, I need some help with Bobcat. I'm having a lot of refusals. They're going up the cage and not going in. So, man, I can taste that stuff. Woo! It's in my throat, man. But I had a lot of refusals. So, I was using urine, I was using a trail and scent, and I was using beaver meat in the back. And I was using castor in the back, right? So, we didn't run out of castor, we put the beaver meat in the back, right? So, we were having refusals. We caught one bobcat up in the mountains with beaver meat stuff in the back and castor. But I personally started thinking, well, it's probably because the meat stays in there so long, gets rotten. It doesn't really freeze here, so it doesn't stop rotting. It just rotted so far it smells. So I started experimenting with more natural stuff, more stabilized meats, and stuff like that. That's where the Soul Taker comes in. Sheep traps, lures, Trapper Jay's stuff I've tried. Different things. I've caught with Trapper Jay's stuff is more possums, but that's just because the area I put them in, I put it like the Conda bear, and then the meat behind it, and the possums are there. Trying to get rid of possums, so that's the target animal, so they went in there. But they're killing bobcat, killing canines, all this stuff is that I mentioned. But my dad put an order in, right? And as you see, he put an order in for a small one of these. But what this is Bobcat Hot Shot. What this is, it's a urine, a gland, and it's basically winterized urine, so it doesn't freeze, and gland in there. And that's what's in there. That's what's advertised in there. So there's probably some other secret ingredients in here that make his stand out from the rest, because his works really well. and that's Bobcat Hot Shot. This stuff, I went away with the regular urines. I went away with like trailing scents. This is what we're using. And man, I have a picture of him. The Bobcat put his nose down, going right up the cage, and it stopped. But we think it went right to the corner of the cage because my dad put a little on the corner of the cage, and then he went around and didn't go in. So we know he follows us. This stuff, they follow. They went a good 4 feet to the cage, to the corner, sniffed it, and left. But we've been experimenting with trailing scent outside the cage, trying to get him to go in. I've read stuff. I've been telling them, instead of putting it outside the cage, put it from the door in, so they go in. But I don't know if that's right even. We're experimenting. We're doing a cage trap. Bobcat been doing it a couple years. Not a lot of opportunity. So it's really fun to experiment. If you have suggestions on caging Bobcat, how to we tried the Cajun Bobcat trailing scent. It worked up in the mountains, but it hasn't worked down here. If you have suggestions on tips, baits, lures, trailing scents, gland lures, curiosity lures, what to use. I've tried different curiosity lures. I've tried different gland lures. These Bobcat out there at this place, I'm pretty sure, are not cagey. I don't think they've ever really seen cage for like last year. When I put them out there, they never went in, so they never got spooked of it. They never set off, so they never got spooked. But they are hesitant to go in the cage. This year we started putting big dog toys, like mouse toys hanging down, cat toys, trying that stuff, and they've been curious, but what happens is we end up catching a possum, they rip it apart before the cat gets, and then by the time cat gets there, the visual's gone, most of the meat's gone, we rebait it, and then the cat comes. This last time I was talking about how he put his nose in there, like 2 days before we rebaited and trail sit and everything, and he went right to it. We got lucky, came right after we did it. And there's no rain there, so the stuff was fresh. But in Oregon, we deal with a lot of rain. I mean, this next Friday we're supposed to get a wintry mix. Snowy, slush, hail, rain, a little bit of everything, right? It just becomes a slushy mess. So, on the roads. That's what we're expecting. Probably going to get a ton more rain. So, just trying to combat the rains hard. But that's why I like the urine and gland, because hopefully it stands up to the rain. That's this stuff, the Hot Shot, but Kyle Hot Shot, Fox Hot Shot, or whatever the other ones he makes the Hot Shot. This stuff is incredible. I like it. I'm sold on the product. Put his nose down right to the cage like that. It followed this to a T. So I'm sold on this product for sure. The best. I won't buy other people's mixture of glands and all that winterized urine. This is the best. I'm sold on it. 100%. And this product right here, my dad, he wasn't sure about like Big Pile. It didn't smell like any other beaver lures he's used. Wasn't sure about it, right? But then when I got some of this lure and this stuff and put it out, my dad sold on all Dunlap. He said, if it's Dunlap, it's good stuff. Like, it changed his mind like that, and he sold on the Dunlap lures. I was already sold on it. I know he's a good dude. I know he's reputable. I've done a ton of research. But this stuff, sold my dad on all Dunlap stuff. Sold it. Sold him on it. He believes in Dunlap, for sure now. Like, there's no hesitation, nothing. He was sold. This stuff did it. This Bobcat Hot Shot. But this time, I wanted to get some Soul Taker, because I know there's quite a bit of hype behind it. But Soul Taker and Hot Shot's going to go in one of the cages. We'll see what happens. So that's what we got from F&T. Hopefully you like my little rant. Not even a rant, let's talk about the product. And Dunlap's been a good dude to me. He's a good guy. He's spoiled me. He's helped me. If I need help, how many professional choppers you call up on the cell phone and be like, hey, can you help me? And they're like, yeah, sure, here's what you should do. Versus telling you basically telling you to get lost nicely. Like, hey, buy my books, they'll help you out. Or buy my DVDs, they'll help you out. He would just help you. He's a good dude. He's a solid dude. So that's why I like Dunlap. And what? My mom's mocking me. But he's a good dude. I really like him, and never had a bad feeling about him. Never felt like he was trying to sell me stuff. He's just honest, supportive. He came to support me when other people were kind of looking down on me. He's a good dude. I really respect him. Really appreciate him. Yeah. Appreciate you watching this and being here. It's 9 minutes of this ranting and talking about products, but if you haven't tried Dunlap Lures, Hot Shot, Soul Taker, Beaver Castor Lure, I'm a big fan of Dead Man's Hand, the food lure. Puts them out on the last video. Looking forward to seeing the results of that. But, yeah. Dunlap Lures is a good brand. I'll support him. He'll get my business over everybody else. You know, I'll buy his lures first. So I have a lot of confidence in his stuff. Because, for example, his lures work, but he's a good dude. That's a lot. A good dude has a lot to do with a good product, in my opinion. So, and obviously it works. But have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Adios.